Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for deciding to spend some time with me. I truly appreciate the fact that you guys take time out of your day to spend it with me. If you're new to my channel, a special welcome to you, and I hope that you subscribe so we can get to know each other better in the comments. Today I want to do a get ready with me using some new drugstore products that I have purchased recently. And I am excited to try these. There's quite a few of them. There's some that I have not tested before, so this will be like a first time, you know, kind of like a first impression kind of thing. There's some of them that I have tried and tested, the ones that I think are more important. And there's some that I have tried the brands before. I've always been very happy with their products, so I will be very surprised if I don't like them. I will leave a pinned comment letting you know how everything worked out, everything that was new, that it was not tested in the past. So I'm going to start with something that is not new, and this is the Stay Matte by Rimmel Mattifying Primer. I have been kind of liking in this heat to wear a little bit of mattifying primer. Sometimes it helps keep your makeup together. Not that I'm going to be spending a lot of time outside, okay? It is just way too hot. I can't do it. My husband went for a bike ride. He either tries to walk or do like, and he goes for several miles. He's gone for like, when he goes bike riding for like an hour and a half. And when he goes walking, he's gone for like 3 or 4 hours. So he does like 15K and more. I don't know how he does it, but my husband, I mean, he takes plenty of like water and stuff like that with him. The heat doesn't affect him the way it affects me. I really feel sick when I'm outside in the terrible heat for a long time. So anyway, this primer feels very nice. It feels hydrating. It doesn't feel sticky or anything like that. It says that it's shine controlling, pore minimizing, hydrating feel, and smooth skin. It does feel hydrating. I didn't even realize that it was pore minimizing, but yay, I'm glad. So on my brows today, that's the only thing that I have. And my eye primer, I've actually owned this product for a long time, but I am not the best with brow pens. So this is on my brows today, and I've owned this product for a little bit of time, but I'm not that good with brow pens. This is the L'Oreal Faux Brow, and this is the one that has like the 2 little prongs. And I have to say that I've used it a couple of times and I really like it. Now the only problem is the way this works the best if you store it like this, because if you store it laying down, sometimes it does dry like while you're doing your brows. So I don't really store my brow products like this. They usually lay down in a drawer, but that's the only. But even if you take them out, like if you know you're going to do your makeup and you take them out for a little bit, it doesn't take a long time. You know, and just kind of stand them up, it does help. And then I have the e.l.f. Laminating Brow Gel, the Brow Laminating Gel. This is really nice. It's a clear brow gel. I really like that. And then I prime my eyes with this Sigma Beauty. This is the eye priming pencil in Ignite, which I absolutely love this. It does cancel out any kind of veining or redness that you may have on your eyes. Pretty much it doesn't feel that sticky. I usually do put a little bit of eyeshadow on, especially like from the crease up before I start, just to make sure that it doesn't get caught. I do have mature eyelids, so anything that will help smooth things out, I try. So today for foundation, we're gonna use, this has been out for a little bit, but it's the newest foundation from Essence, and this is a foundation stick. Now I've been meaning to do this video for the longest time, but I just didn't get around to it. So we're going to use this today. I have tested this many times. And I have to say that I'm not the biggest fan of foundation sticks, but I like this one. This one actually gives you really nice medium coverage, and it stays on all day. So I really do enjoy using it. I am going to use a brush with it. This is my preferred method of applying foundation. I know some people prefer sponges. I have not tried it with a sponge. I don't see why it would not work with a sponge, but this is pretty nice. As you can see, I have a lot of hyperpigmentation, and it's still there. It's not going to cover 100%, but it does give you a decent medium coverage, so I really do enjoy it. It does last a long time on me. Tell you what, while I'm applying this, I will give you all the information on it. This foundation stick comes in 43 shades and the price is $6.99. With a creamy blendable formula and natural finish, Essence Foundation Stick has got you covered. It's perfect for a light, effortless look or quick touch-ups. Your skin's new BFF in a stick. The brush is recommended for application, or you can apply the stick directly to your skin. Okay, so that's all that we're going to apply today. I really don't like caking on a lot of foundation in this heat, but it's really a nice one, and I think it's only like $6.99, and they have over 40 shades, which you cannot beat. I also prime my eyes with my moisturizer, and I also use the Cora Under Eye Oil. This thing is like the never-ending oil. I have used it so much, and the thing is still like full. It's crazy. It looks like I don't use it, but I use it a lot. Concealer today, I'm going to use the Revlon Flex Wear Full Coverage Concealer. And I'm just going to use a little bit of it because I don't want a super heavy application. I'm going to use a little bit here, a little bit here. My spot is pretty covered, but I'm just going to use a little bit where my hyperpigmentation is, just to try to cover that up a little bit. So all over my face. No, I'm just kidding. So I'm going to go ahead and use the foundation brush to spread the one on my face. This is not new to me. I've had this for a while. And this is a nice concealer. Now, if you do have dry under eyes, I do recommend that you set your eyes before you use it. This is a REPHR B01. And I'm going to use this for my under eyes. I have to say, I own quite a few REPHR brushes. This is not my favorite. This, I don't know if this is even a concealer brush, but it just feels like a little rough. Not rough, hard. But it's the one I grabbed today. So we will go with it. But if I've recommended many REPHR brushes before, and this is not one that I would recommend. I just don't. There's better under eye concealer brushes, and I can't imagine what else this would be used for. So I'm just going to go ahead and pat it in with the warmth of my finger so that it spreads and it sinks into my skin. All right. So for powder, this is the pink powder from Wet n Wild, but on one time they had a Hello Kitty collection that they released. And before they brought out the actual bigger size container with the pink powder, this one came out. So I went ahead and I purchased it, but it's the same formula. This is a really nice powder. I like this one, and I like the translucent one. I think they're both really amazing powders for under the eyes. So I'm just going to use a little brush, and I just put a little bit here. Right now, all I'm going to do is just my under eyes. But look how little is there, and I'm just going to pat it in. This concealer really doesn't require a lot of powder. I feel like it pretty much sets itself, but I just want to make sure that if I can avoid any kind of creasing, I will do so. And I'm just putting just a tiny bit. And I am going to use some cream products, so I'm going to go ahead and wait. So this is new from Profusion, and this is the West Coast Glow, and this is a Radiant Liquid Bronzer. Now I think I picked it in a shade that is too light. I just swatched it. I haven't used it. I love Profusion. I think they have such great, I think I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. It's very light. I don't know if you'll even be able to see it. Let me see. Yeah. Sometimes I hate these applicators. I don't think they're very user-friendly. This is a new brush that was released by e.l.f. and this is the Stain and Tint Blending Brush, but it works really well with any kind of creams. I love it. It's very affordable. It is, to me, a really good substitute to one that BK Beauty has, which I love, but it's a lot more expensive. See if you can, I just picked a shade that is way too light. I'm almost afraid with bronzers to pick something that is going to be too dark. It's something that it was my fault. I think it blends beautifully, Really, really pretty. Easy to blend. It doesn't pull up my foundation. I just think that I should have picked a darker shade. But again, this is not the brand's fault. This is my fault. And let me just take a little bit, and I like to go under my lip. It gives you the illusion of having fuller lips. So it actually works well for that because it doesn't make it super dark. This is in the shade La Jolla. Okay, so now I have a new blush from LA Girl. They released these new cream blushes. It's called the Velvet Blush, and I have two different ones. This one is in Glimmer. Wow, that is very light and very glimmery. And then this one is in Plush. Now both of them, I think they must be like loose in the tube because they both have. Now this is a lot more pigmented. I wonder if the other one's a highlighter. That is pigmented. But that's what it looks like to me. So I'm going to use a little bit of this, even though the eyeshadow palette that I brought out is more warm tones. But that's okay. We're just playing. So I'm going to use the same brush. Okay, that was easy. That is very pretty. I also bought, it's a powder bronzer that LA Girl has, but guess what happened when I opened the package? It was in total pieces. So I did contact Ulta. They are, of course, already refunded me, and there's another one on the way. I did order another one. But who knows how many pieces that one will be in. So it looks like I got a little more on this side than the other side. So let me just, this is my foundation brush. There's nothing additional on here. Just blending that in. Alright, so that's pretty. I like it. Very pretty. I really like that. So it does blend easily. It is very pigmented. Let me put a little bit of this on the edge, because this really looks more like a highlighter than it does. Using the same brush, I just want everything to kind of like blend together. That's pretty. Yeah. Blush topper, I will put in up here if this is supposed to be a highlighter, but I don't think so. I thought I picked two shades of the blush, but hey. But this is super light. So, and very, very shimmery. It doesn't have, well, it has like a few little specks of glitter, but I don't think, it is not noticeable on my skin. I think that's very pretty. Okay, so for the eyes, I'm going to be using this eyeshadow palette. This is from Profusion, and this is called the Nudes. Now, their palettes used to be $5.50, and now they have new packaging, which to me is, it looks a lot prettier. The other one was a sturdy package too, but this one just looks, I don't know, it looks nicer to me and even a little more sturdier than the other one. Again, this one is called the Nudes. No mirror, but that's okay. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to put this on my brow bone, then I'm going to go with this shade right here, and then probably one of these, I'll let you know, and then a shimmer. What I'm going to do is one eye first, and then the other one, and I'll do it on my own so that we don't waste a lot of time. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that on my brow bone. Their eyeshadows are very pigmented. Anyway, where I was going with that comment was that now their eyeshadow palettes are $6. So they went up 50 cents. Everything is going up, but they are absolutely worth it. They have such an amazing formula. So as long as they don't change the formula, I'm willing to pay a little more, because still to get a decent eyeshadow palette for $6, are you kidding? We can find drugstore eyeshadow palettes for less than $10, unless you go to like to Essence. Moira has some, Catrice. There's not that many. So anyway, the brush that I just used, it was the REPHR 15. I keep forgetting to say which brushes I'm using so often. So we're going to go into this one now. So yeah, their makeup seems to have gone up just a little bit. but that's okay. And if you guys see me dipping more than once when I do my eyes, it's not because the eyeshadow doesn't have enough pigment. It's because I'd rather build than put too much eyeshadow on my eyes and then not know what to do with it. So I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm going to go into this shade right here. And this one is called, I didn't know they had names. Okay, so the first one I used on my brow bone was called Flurry. The second one on my crease is called Clay. And now this one is called Indulge. So I'm going to grab a little bit, and I'm going to go into my outer corner. I'm going to build it a little bit more. Then I'm going to wipe the brush so it doesn't have any product and just kind of blend. I'm going to take this brush right here that is a little more, you can have a little more definition. I'm going to the darker one. That one is called Calvary. And I'm just barely touching the eyeshadow. And I'm just going to put it on the very outer corner. I'm going to take a little bit of it to my lower lash line. I'm going to take the previous brush, and this brush is from, Beautylish, and it's one of their brand unit, and this is unit 203. This is the REPHR 01. Okay, so those are the shimmers. So I think I'm going to go into this one right here. This one is called Intrepid. And I'm going to use the brush that I used on my outer corner. Guys, look, the eyeshadow did not even stain the brush. That's amazing. I'm going to tap it in so I don't get a lot of fallout. And the good thing about this eyeshadow is that Profusion eyeshadows, you don't need to use your finger. You can if you want to, but you really don't need to. They're so good and so creamy that they work really, really well. I'm just, there's nothing on the brush. I'm just blending the edge. That there is no need for the finger. I'm going to use the other side, and I'm going to go into the lightest shade right here. And this one is called Exclusive. And I'm just going to do the inner corner. And I'm going to take it up a little. And again, I'm just going to use this brush to blend. Going to take up a little more of the darker shimmer and just blend over here. And I'm going to turn it to where the light shimmer is. And I'm going to take a little bit into my inner corner, just a tad. I'm actually going to take a pencil brush. This is the REPHR 03. And I'm going to go into the light matte shade. And I'm going to use that in my inner corner. I'm going to keep the pencil brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of the dark brown. And just kind of line my eyes a little bit. Doesn't show much, but I can actually see it. Okay, so let me do the other eye, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so this is my eyes finished. So if you're new to my channel, if you see that little patch right there, it's not the eyeshadow. I do have a place in this eye, that spot right there, that does not like to take any pigment, and it happens with 99% of the eyeshadow formulas. So it has nothing to do with this beautiful eyeshadow palette. This is very pretty, and as you guys saw, there was like no trouble whatsoever blending anything. Everything was seamless, absolutely gorgeous. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do the matte in my inner corner. I'm going to take a little bit of that white and just apply a little more on my inner corner where I have all that darkness, just to brighten up the the eye area. And I love when a palette has a shade like this, that I can use it to brighten up that dark cavern right there, which is so annoying. Okay, so for mascara, this is a mascara that I purchased from Catrice. This is the first time I use it, so we'll have to leave it in the comments how, I'm going to use it on my lower lashes also to see if it actually smudges or flakes. And this is called the Pure False Lash Beyond Black Mascara. The shade is 010 Fiber Black, and it is vegan, and it has collagen, and it's unscented. It brings 10 mLs, and this was pretty inexpensive. I know it was under $10. Now, I love Catrice. I think they have amazing products. I don't think there's one Catrice product that I have tried that I haven't loved. This is the first time I tried this mascara, so I have to leave a comment if it flakes, if it smudges. It doesn't feel like a very wet formula, but it does kind of splash a little bit on my down here, so I need to clean that up. But anyways, this is the first time, so I don't know how good it is. It doesn't feel like a very wet mascara. My lashes are going through a phase, and this happens to me like every 6 months. I feel like my lashes, like I lose a lot of lashes and they grow back. This has happened to anybody else. I never noticed it before till like the last couple of years. So maybe this is something that happens with age. I have no idea. Everything happens with age. My goodness. But right now they are, and I do use a lash serum, but it doesn't matter when they start, you know, going through that. And I looked it up, and it says that it's normal for your lashes to do that. So I don't know. So let me do a couple of coats of this mascara, and I will be right back. Okay, so this is with 2 coats. It's okay, but I mean, sometimes mascara gets better as they have been open for a couple of weeks. So I have to keep testing it out. What fell on my cheek, I was able to remove it with just going with a regular brush, so that was no big deal. So let's do lips, and then I'll come back and try to build another coat to see if that works. So I'm going to use this Luna Beauty lip liner. I don't have any new lip liners. It's a very pretty, like a mauve shade. And LA Girl had some new, this is the Glazed Lippy, and it's a lip serum. So I got this one in the shade Nude, and let's see what that looks like. It's got, I haven't used it. It has one of those little silicone applicators. Kind of feels like a lip oil, lip gloss combo. Very pretty. I don't know how long lasting it is. I will let you know. Let's try building the mascara a little bit. I think it's a pretty shade. What's with me and the nude lip colors lately? Okay, now the mascara is still not dry, so you can actually continue to build on it. You know how sometimes the mascara gets like crunchy that you really can't put the brush through it? This one you can still build through it. Now it's giving me some length, but like right here in the middle, I'm missing some lashes. They left town. Yeah, my lashes are looking pretty pitiful right now. Definitely need lash mascaras that give you volume, that adds that extra fiber on your lashes. My left eye looks a little better. This one is like I'm not missing like a clump lashes in the middle of my lash line. Let me build the lower lash line a little more. I didn't put that much down there. I normally do. I normally just do like one coat and that's it. Can I build a little more? Oh yeah, it's building on the little teeny tiny baby lashes that I have there. All right, so it's not bad. That looks pretty good with 3 coats. But for a brand new mascara, Okay, I have like a little clump here. Hold on. Okay, there we go. For a brand new mascara, that's pretty good. It's the first time I try a mascara from Catrice. They should have good mascaras because Essence, like I said, is their sister brand, and they have amazing mascaras. So this is my completed look. I think it's very pretty. Of the products that I tried, this is definitely a good one, guys. If you have been looking for a medium coverage, long-lasting, not heavy feeling foundation, this is great for traveling because it's not liquid. $6.99, and I think it's like 42 or 43 shades. Okay, you can't beat it. There's, you know, you have to be able to find a shade that matches you. And this is really, really, really good. I really do enjoy it. Like I said, it's long lasting. When it does start fading, it fades nicely. It doesn't look patchy, or you know how sometimes it kind of gets in your pores and it looks like you have like little spots in your pores. This doesn't do that. This stays looking really, really pretty. So I definitely do enjoy this. Okay, this I like. I don't know how long lasting it's gonna be. I have to see how long it's gonna stay on my face, and I have to let you guys know. But this is pretty. I like this shade. Well, this is the, hold on. This is the blush. So I have to clean that because you see that on the cap? That drives me crazy. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think the tube, it has to be loose because how else would it get on the cap? The cap doesn't touch it, so I hate that. But that's sometimes what even happens with high-end. Okay, so I'm not gonna say it's because it's drugstore. So anyway, I have to get back to you. If this is supposed to be a blush, I think you have to apply a lot in order for it to show. I was gonna show you this and I forgot, so how about we do it now? This is the Golden Hour from Profusion, and this is a Luminous Bronze and Glow palette. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this, and yes, I forgot. Imagine that. So I'm just gonna use, this is a Sigma brush, but it doesn't have a number. I think this was like a special collection from Christine Dominique, and I just don't think this is available. So it does have, you see, it has like a, I think Essence has something similar to this one time. So let's try a little bit of this. I've actually worn this by itself, and it's very pretty. And it's one of those products that you can actually just use as a bronzer blush kind of thing. You don't have to, you know, necessarily apply anything else. It can be like a one and done on your cheeks. It's pretty. I like it. I've used it. It's not super pigmented where, and I think there was just one shade. Yeah, I don't think you had any. Maybe I'll link it. I'll let you know on here if they did have different shades, but I seem to remember there was only one. But it's very pretty. I really like it. I think it looks very, very beautiful. Very easy to blend. Not too much. Not too glowy. It just looks very nice and natural on your face. I think that's beautiful. Now I am going to powder a little bit the rest of my face, and I'm going to use the powder that was left over, not all of it, just a little bit. And I'm just gonna do my T-zone. And I'm just using the same brush that I used for the bronzer because it's fine. Like I said, that bronzer is not that dark that it's going to stay or make a big difference on my face. The powder is really, really nice, and it really is blurring. So this is my completed look. When I made the purchase through Ulta, they were having a gift with purchase, and one of the gifts was this free from Morphe, the Continuous Prep and Set Mist, and this is so nice. I love this because it is not aggressive. It doesn't affect my mascara because it's not like super wet. And this is so good. And as you can see, I wasn't breathing, but I was talking, and it's not one of those that gags you. So this is really nice. If you have not tried this from Morphe, you really like it. It used to be in a black containers. I don't know if this is a different one. It says this is supercharged with ceramides and antioxidant. So this could be like a different formula, and they still have the black one. I will let you know if that's the case. The black one is also very, very good. That's the only one that I've tried in the past. But this one, I've tried it a few times now since I got it, and I like it. And it doesn't leave your skin, you know, like super wet or anything like that. And I just like to go back if I still feel that it's a little wet, and just kind of blend everything in. Make sure that everything is pushed into my skin. And that's it. So I really enjoyed everything that I tried today. The only product that, and it's my fault, is this, but I think if it was the right shade, it would be okay. Not crazy about this. I wish it would have been like a squeezy tube or something. I don't know. And it's like still coming out a little bit. But this is like super light. I'll swatch it on my hand and you'll see. It's this right here. Super, super, super light. Next time I order from Profusion, if they have a darker shade, I will order it and see how it works. But I like my makeup. Overall, I think it looks very pretty. So let me know what you think. I really like it. I think it looks nice. This, you can create a look in no time because this is so, so good. All right, you guys. So thank you so, so much for spending some time with me. I will link everything below. Some of those links are affiliate, so if you use them, thank you so, so much, because it does help me and my channel, and it doesn't cost you any extra to use my links. So I really do appreciate it. Have an amazing night, day, weekend, whenever it is that you're watching this. I love you, and I will see you soon on my next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.